So hello everybody, this is American Seagull Predictions. I'm back with a new video. This isn't a prediction. This is Dr. Oz has now announced that he's running for Senate in Pennsylvania. Soon after Sean Parnell announced that he was going to continue his campaign, because I guess some allegations, that has left the GOP back at square one with no real clear candidate. Democrats already have a candidate, I guess Fetterman or Conor Lamb. It looks like Fetterman as of right now. Conor Lamb, I don't really think some people might like him because he might actually. Some Democrats think he might cave into like some Trump supporters, as that could be some of his base, basically. But once Dr. Oz stepped in, something changed. Now Dr. Oz has a pretty good chance at winning the PA Senate. I'm kind of surprised. I mean, out of all the people, I never thought it would be down to some doctor show guy. I mean, that's kind of crazy. I mean, if you go to the other candidates, I think Dr. Oz might be the better one, the best one, probably, and that's just kind of sad. Now, I do think Dr. Oz would probably beat Fetterman in the finals, but I mean, if you look over here, we don't really got a lot of good candidates. Everett Stern, I don't know, he's just some businessman. Carlos Sands has to be a cringe person, probably the cringiest grifter there is. And then you got Oz, of course. Jeff Barnes, I think, is probably the better one. But I don't know. I mean, these candidates, I feel like we could do way better than this. We could definitely run way better candidates than this. If this is the best we got, then, why? I guess Oz is good, but I think we kind of have to look into, what can he do, basically. I still don't know a ton about him. I think he did, do some, weird, he said that, kids can assume their own genders, which is not conservative at all. It was back in 2010, so, things have changed a lot. 10 years, actually almost 11. But that might be something that could maybe, that could screw him up. I know Trump is somewhat likes Dr. Oz, apparently. He has talked to him somewhat. It's just that I just don't feel Dr. Oz is like that strong conservative type guy. Now, if Scott Perry got in there, I would probably urge all of you, everyone, to probably get him in there, as he's probably the best. Maybe even Mike Regan. Both of those very solid guys. But Mike Regan might be potential. Nothing for Scott Perry, though. But, there just isn't, enough for... to, say that they're going to be running. Now, I think I would still urge with Scott Perry and yada yada. But I guess Oz is the favorable choice. If it's Fetterman, he's probably going to be winning. I won't be surprised if Chester County could get close. Very moderate. They are usually pretty moderate Republican. Even Montgomery and Delaware could be getting closer. I've never thought I'd see a pretty close Delaware-Montgomery. These counties were turned off by the Trump era. Not really Bucks. Bucks wasn't really affected by Trumpism that much compared to these three. Especially Chester. But it is possible that, based off the way that the things are going, the Republicans, Dr. Oz could win Chester County, get Delaware competitive, and Montgomery County competitive. Because I remember looking through the Wikipedia page of Montgomery and Delaware, their brand of conservatism is usually a moderate one. And Dr. Oz is he's kind of like maybe he's like a little bit more conservative than Toomey, but I think against someone like Fetterman, I think they'd probably definitely vote for Dr. Oz. I'm not saying that Montgomery and Delaware are gonna flip, but I mean, it's for sure that the Philly suburbs are gonna be trending vastly to the right after this, because Philly suburbs overall are like moderate Republican. They don't really like extreme. I don't think they aren't really super populist, but I think they're just kind of like Dr. Oz types, Toomey type Republicans, Arlen Specter type Republicans, which are wishy-washy. But some people, I kind of think that Dr. Oz would do awful in the Pittsburgh area. This area is more like Trump Democrat country, especially Fayette County. I mean, Trump getting 33% of the vote was by far the best for a conservative. And Lackawanna County, I mean, Biden's 8-point margin was the weakest of every 2020 in the 2020 election cycle, and it's funny because that was his home district. So I think that's basically probably the case that Lackawanna, it might vote for Dr. Oz, actually, if Fetterman is the nominee, it might. But I mean, I think we could do better than Oz. I mean, I like him, but I think we could do better. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching American Seagull Prediction.